Hey, what's up? This is Neen Williams, and today we're gonna do a little leg workout at home. I'm gonna talk a little bit, so if you wanna skip to the workouts, go down there in my description and I'll have some little time codes there and you can click on them and go straight to the workout and get it going. I just wanna go over a couple things first before we start. I'm currently healing up from an injury right now, so we're gonna do a little therapy to start the day. And then from there, we're gonna move on to some more weighted exercises. This is all stuff you can do at home. All I'm going to use is a resistance band for the therapy and then some kettlebells for my weighted workouts. The exercises are set up really easy. We're gonna do 3 sets of each exercise. The first set is gonna be a warm-up set, which is gonna be about 15 reps per side. Then we're gonna take a 30-second rest and then get right into the second set. Second set is gonna be moderate weight. We're gonna do about 12 reps of that, 10 to 12 reps. This is gonna be a moderate weight, not a super heavy weight, just something you could work with. We're gonna take a 30-second rest from that and then move on to our last set, which will be about 1 to 8 reps. So this is gonna be a heavy set. Now we're not gonna go super heavy here. You can if you like, it's all on your own preference. But in my opinion, I always believe that working out with light weights and making them feel heavy, giving you that nice mind to muscle control is what it's all about. I want to be a person that's stronger in 10 years than stronger in a year. I want longevity. I want a slow progression so I could do the things that I love for as long as I can. Instead of hurting myself with heavy weights, I work out with lighter weights for most of the time so I could build that mind to muscle control and I get all the form down correctly. With the right tension and the right mind state, you can make light weights heavy and really get good quality results from light weights. Longevity is key. Now again, this is my opinion. If you wanna press really heavy weights, go for it, but I have nothing to do with that. So for these workouts, we're gonna go light and we're just gonna really pay attention to our form and we're gonna really pay attention to our mind to muscle control here. We wanna really feel each muscle group work as we're working it out. So we really wanna feel those fibers moving and ripping and doing their thing. Then when we go to heavy weights, they're gonna feel light. Now that we got all this down and out of the way, let's get to the workout. Have fun, be safe, work out at your own risk. Let's do this. Before we get started, I wanna go over how I rack a kettlebell. This may help you. What you want is the kettlebell to slowly roll around the wrist. So as you lift it up, you want the bottom to be down and you want it to just roll around the forearm like that. You don't want any of this boom, smack going on, crushing your forearm. The way you do this, there's a few key things to remember when racking a kettlebell. You always want to have a strong foundation before you rack a kettlebell. So that means feet shoulder width apart, shoulders back. You want to feel those lats engaged so your back is nice and tight. You want to breathe through your diaphragm. So you feel that going. Feel tightness all around your lower back, your stomach, your diaphragm, your abs are tight. You want to slowly give that little posterior tilt right there. Just a little, not too much. You don't want to over tilt. You want to just keep it right there, like neutral. Knees are slightly bent. You dig your feet into the ground so your feet are nice and strong. You're like a tree, you're strong. Like if someone came to push you over, you wouldn't fall over, you wouldn't budge. Shoulders are back, lats are tight. Breathe through your diaphragm, check. Knees are slightly bent. You're pushing out, pushing all this tension and energy. You're nice and strong. This is your starting position right here. This is gonna guarantee that you rack the kettlebell correctly. The easiest way to learn this is to use 2 hands. So you go down, bring your other hand in, and what you do is you go up slowly, pull it up, roll it around, and lock it up. This will teach you how to rack it perfectly. Okay, so you got your position. The legs are about shoulder width apart. You dug them into the ground. You feel the tension. Slightly bend the knees. You'll feel a lot of tension back here in your hamstrings. Lats back, breathing through the diaphragm, nice and tight. And then grab your kettlebell. You're gonna turn this in so your thumb is facing the inside of your opposite heel, this heel right here. We're gonna use our other hand. This is the best way that I've learned how to do it. You're gonna put this other hand, the opposite hand, underneath your hand holding the kettlebell. And what you're gonna do is use your scapula right here to pull the kettlebell up as you stand up. Fold it around your forearm and lock it up on your shoulder. Down, use your other hand, up, roll it around, boom, locked up, nice and good, ravel it back down. So once you get comfortable doing this with two hands, then you'll be ready to try it with one hand. It's the same exact concept, it's just with one hand, you know? So first practice with two hands. It'll help you get it up. It'll help you get that right rotation without the smack, the bash of the forearm, and then try with one hand. Practice makes perfect. Basically, the key is that the kettlebell bottom always stays down. So, grab it, other hand underneath, pull up, just let that kettlebell roll. Lock it up, 90 degrees, it's locked perfectly, unravel. Okay, let's get this going. This little thing right here, the resistance band, this thing is so deadly. I've gone through physical therapy so many times from injuries, and this thing, I use this religiously all the time. This thing right here gives you a glute burn that you've never felt in your life. This activates everything. So I suggest, you know, whenever you have your leg days and stuff, to warm up with this thing for a little bit beforehand. And that's exactly what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna get this resistance band, and we're gonna put this around the knees. Both legs through, around the knees. We're gonna do some clam shells here. So we're gonna lay on our side. We're gonna lay on our side, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna push our hips this way. So we're gonna close our hips, and we're gonna open up, squeezing the glute, hold for 2 seconds, and then down. We're gonna do 15 on each side for the first round. We're gonna wait 30 seconds, then we're gonna do 12 on each side, then we're gonna wait another 30, then we're gonna do 8 on each side. So let's go. Up, 1, up, hold for 2 seconds. You really wanna get that mind to muscle control here. You really wanna feel this glute squeeze. So when you lift, try to think of using your glute to lift this band. Okay, so now that you've done 3 rounds on both sides, we're gonna move on to our next workout for therapy, which is going to be glute bridges. We're gonna bring our heels close to our glutes, hands are on the side, head down. We're gonna use our glutes to bridge up, and we're gonna squeeze our glutes for 2 seconds, and then let down. Tap the ground, and then back up. We're gonna do the same rules for the sets and the reps here. The whole time we wanna be pressing against this band, keeping the legs nice and tight as we bridge up. Okay, next exercise, we're gonna bring this band down to the ankles, and we're gonna do some side steps and some forward and back steps. These are very simple, but the positioning is key. You wanna make sure your knees stay pressed out. You don't want them to come in. You don't wanna do that. You wanna stay nice and wide and out. You wanna slightly bend your knees, push your glutes back so you can feel all the tension in your glutes. Your feet wanna be inward slightly, neutral or inward. That's how you want them. You don't wanna have them out. You don't wanna have your knees in. That's a no-no. You wanna be like this. keep this good, strong position. I'll walk back for you. Boom. So you're slightly bent over. Your glutes are pushed back. You got the tension in your legs, the tension in your glutes. What you're gonna wanna do is take a step to the right, follow through, take a step to the left, follow through. Now we're gonna do 15 on each side. So that means we're gonna do 30 steps all together. Let's go. That's it. Boom. We're gonna follow that up with some forward and back steps. So same thing. Legs are wide, you're low, your feet are in the ground, and take a small little step forward with your right foot and a small little step forward with your left foot. And then you're gonna walk back. So step forward, step back. Step forward, step back. That's 3. So we're gonna do 15 of these. The smaller your step, the more of a burn you're gonna feel. So just a little waddle. I like to alternate my feet. So each time I walk forward, I use the other foot to alternate. Feel the burn real quick with these. Especially, this is all about putting all the tension in your glutes the whole time. Keeping your legs nice and wide and keeping a low stance. About there. A couple extra for good measure. Boom. Now we'll rest for 30 seconds. Then we'll do 12 both sides, both ways. Rest for 30 seconds. 8 both sides, both ways. And we'll move on to the weighted workout. All right, so now we're on to the weighted workouts. First one we're gonna do is we're gonna do alternated racked kettlebell squats. We're gonna do the right arm, boom, put it down. Left arm, boom, put it down. So with this, I'm gonna move up weight on each round. We got the 20 pounder, then I got the 35 pound, and then this big body, the 50 pound. So this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna rack up the kettlebell on one side. We're gonna do a squat. Unravel the kettlebell, rack it on the other side, squat. That's 1. So we're gonna do 15 of those. Whew, that was intense. I hope you're feeling what I'm feeling right now. Next one we're gonna move into is we're gonna do a staggered stance deadlift with the kettlebell. So we'll use the heavy kettlebell. I'll show you a staggered stance and then we could work from there. Same rules apply for the reps and the sets. Let's do this. Feet are shoulder width apart. Staggered stance, you move one leg back and you go onto the toe. So most of the weight should be focused on this leg and this hamstring. Boom, slide this foot back to about the heel or so. You can pretty much go wherever feels best, but we're gonna go by the heel, like right around there, and you should feel all the weight in this straight leg, this hamstring right here, this back leg. We're gonna hold our kettlebell with the opposite hand of the straight leg, slightly bend the straight leg's knee, and we're just gonna dip over without letting our back bend, pull up. Dip over and pull up, using this back hamstring right here. The key to this is what I explained in the beginning. Breathing through your diaphragm right here, keeping the lats and the shoulders back, lats engaged, so your back's nice and tight, so your back doesn't round out. You're keeping your back straight. You're just bending over and using that hamstring to pull back up. I'll show you how I do my quads to finish off this at-home workout. It's a good one. I hope you had a good workout like I had. This is how I work out my quads to finish that workout. My power dot. This is a electric stim machine right here. You just slap the pads on the quads here. One right there, one right there, one right there. Hook up the wires, and then there's an app. You choose a workout, and then boom, you get those things going. I'll show you how that's done real fast. It goes through a little warm-up phase for a few minutes, and then it starts contracting, and let me tell you, those contractions, whew, no joke. Thanks for watching. I hope you try this workout out, and I hope you like it, you know. Maybe you'll get a pair of my power dot and you'll try those out too on the quads. Crazy burn. The resistance bands, amazing workout. Great to start your workout, warm up the glutes, get everything activated. I love that part. And then all the kettlebell stuff, you know. Remember, practice makes perfect. I'm not the best, but I'm practicing and I'm learning. And that's what we're all here for, is to learn from each other. Thanks a lot again, and I'll see you soon.